Day 43. After the Battle of the Bath, we made our way towards the next hobgoblin force, finding their camp in the night. It was fortified, with a fence on a hill behind a trench, with only one way in, lit by torches. Varin and Thía chose to jump the wall. While they were on the other side, tucking in from the hobgoblins, I stayed outside, waiting to distract the camp in case the others were to find out about them. Sitting in the dark and waiting for the right moment to strike, I thought about the autumn festival that our village holds every year, and knowing it will be here soon. Far away from home, out in the wilderness, threats of danger getting worse. How much more can we take? When will the breaking point be? Will we ever see our village again? Or will we die in the process? No, I will not let such thoughts take control of my will. I am strong enough to beat the enemy. I have my friends to support me on this quest. I will not fail. My temper overwhelmed me, bringing forth my power against the hobgoblin on guard. But that was when I realized I blew our cover. Needless to say, we defeated them, even saved a triceratops they had captured. A third hobgoblin force is nearby, heading towards home. So we did not rest after that second fight. Here we go again.
We return to the land of the hunter moments after Adran killed that last hobgoblin. Panting and wounded, Varin approaches you, Adran, and gives you a smack on the back of your head.
Ow.
You know, this could have been a lot simpler if you hadn't woken up the entire burning camp.
We didn't even get to make it through half of them.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was kind of thinking about a lot of things. One of them being the autumn festival that's coming up here real soon.
Yeah, well, we won't be able to get to the autumn festival if we don't survive now, will we?
Oh, we will. I'm determined that we will see the autumn festival.
Well, sorry, Thea, go ahead.
Well, it'll be easier if you make it so that we don't die.
Sorry.
Preferably.
I'm not meant to be surrounded by that many.
For that matter, I'm not particularly fond of being that surrounded either. I prefer dealing with these enemies at range, or preferably by having the ground eat them.
Mm-hmm.
But, so we will take the opportunity for a short rest, after which Thea, in spite of the terror of being surrounded by that many enemies while you very bravely freed the Triceratops, who I almost said Terriceratops.
Our friend Terry.
We spent, after our short rest, you feel much more robust, because you did level up, and I forgot to have you roll for your hit points, which I corrected after the game. So you are now a very robust 47 hit points, and I'm sure that feels wonderful.
Yeah.
And I believe you picked up a feat at level 8. Care to share?
Let's see. I believe it was athlete.
Yes. Which is going to do you much good, considering all the maneuvering challenges that we face in this game.
Oh, yeah. Super happy.
I'm sure.
Somehow I thought you were going to say you were going to be picking up another foot or something, just in case if you lost one.
Well, yeah.
An interesting option.
I've already gotten another foot, so...
Yeah, that's true. Hopefully you won't have to borrow a wooden one again. So
Me
after our
too.
short rest, after our short rest, it is now 5 in the morning. It only took us about I think it was a minute and a half to wipe out that entire camp, which is pretty impressive. Especially since I actually ran out of arrows for once. That was fun dealing with all those casters on my own. So the temperature is a fairly cool 60 degrees. There's no wind. There is a light drizzling rain. And we have a ways to go to catch up to that third and final hobgoblin force. So I'm assuming you'd like to have Varin take the lead in navigating.
Yes, since he's a little more faster on foot than I am.
Well, and I'm also in the wilds, so I'd be happy with this. All right. Excuse me. While we travel, unfortunately, since we haven't had the rest we need to recover our magical powers, Varin is going to have to forage as we travel, or either of us can forage, really, while we travel. Excuse me. To see if we can find any plants.
Alright.
Of the healing variety that we have definitely been running short of these last 2 encounters.
Yes.
Yeah.
We will be able to. I'm going to say that we're going to be able to attempt a foraging check once per hour. So that means each of us can make 8 attempts for the day. If that makes sense. Adran, since you ate that item, I forget the name. Do you recall what you ate that gave you that short rest benefit?
Let's see. I'm pretty sure it was one of my marbles that I ate.
Yes, the marble pearl. So you gained the full benefits of a short rest immediately, but you also took 1 level of exhaustion.
Yes.
So if you want to do any sort of check, it will be at disadvantage.
Okay. So I'm gonna try a little survivor check, or
If you're going to forage, it's a survival check. Yes.
Yeah.
Alternatively, Thea could attempt to help you, and in order to help you make the check at normal. Thea, do you have proficiency in survival?
Yep.
All right. Yes, you are able to give him the help action, which would allow him to make it at normal, or you can just make your checks individually.
I was gonna try even with disadvantage to see how well I turn out.
Fair enough.
So here we go on disadvantage.
That's a fail for the first hour. Thea,
Hey, I found a stick, guys. Does
you
this
did find a
help me?
stick. Thea, would you be so kind, once I find my information here, because I forgot to have that up. Bad DM. Foraging.
The stick looks pretty brown.
Well-
Thea, please roll me 1d6 plus your wisdom modifier. And then also roll me a single d6. Alright, you find 3 samples of... Oh, heart sand.
Ooh, nice.
Excellent job. Alright, and now it'll be my turn. Oh my goodness.
That's a good roll.
Yes. Adran, please roll me a single d6 to find out what I find.
Here we go. And it should be rolling. Well, let me try again.
Okay, I find garlic beans, which it takes an action to eat 1, but they give you 10 temporary hit points. And let's see how many of them I find. I find 14 garlic beans.
Oh,
Cool.
So I'm going to add that to my inventory. And also, Thea, would you please add heart sand to your inventory? I believe you rolled up 3 of them.
Let's see.
Garlic beans. 14.
And I have added to my inventory, I found a stick.
I'm sure we can start a fire with that.
Or
So
I might be able to make it into arrows later.
roll me a d6, Thea.
Okay.
It might actually be straight enough to and large enough to produce 5 arrows with your skill.
Cute. Good job, Adran.
Thank you.
You failed, but you found something useful. Well done. So that's first hour. Second hour, did you want to look for something again, Adran?
Yes, but this time I would like to have a little bit of help from Thea, if I could.
Sure.
All right, then you will make the check at normal. By the way, as you're doing this, bear in mind that because you're foraging while we're traveling, you're both taking a -5 penalty to your passive perception scores. So if something sneaks up on us, it's a good thing Thea has a weapon of warning.
Yes.
All right, so make your check at normal, please.
Here we go at normal.
That's actually enough to find something. Roll me a d6 to see what you find.
D6 coming up.
You find more garlic beans. Roll me another d6 to find out how many you find. You find 2 garlic beans. Well done. Go ahead and add 2 garlic beans to your inventory. And if you need the spelling, I'm adding it in the chat. There you go. Thea, that was your action to help him, so you're not going to be able to make a foraging check.
Okie dokie.
And here goes my forage.
That's a good
That's-
forage.
Pretty, yes. Adrian, would you roll me a d6 to help me find out what I find?
Yeah, give me a sec. D6, you said?
Yes, please. I find 12 samples of talon sap. Eating a single talon sap will restore equivalent to a greater potion of healing.
That's pretty cool.
Which, once I find my mouse, wilds. A greater is 44 plus 4. I'll split this up between all of us. So I found 12 samples. So we each get 4 talon saps. And there's no preparation required for them.
Okay.
You just eat
And
them
you said
raw.
it was 4d4 plus 4?
Yes.
Okay,
For
awesome.
a talon sap. So 4 talon sap.
So, tell me what that was again?
I send it in the chat.
Oh, no. I wrote down Talon Sap, but what is Talon Sap?
So you can eat a single dose of talon sap, and it will restore 44 plus 4 hit points.
Plus 4. Okay. Got it. And we each got a single.
4.
We each got 4.
Oh,
I found 12 of them. 12 samples, if you will.
all right.
And all right, so we've traveled 6 miles at this point. So that took us 2 hours. So it's now 7 in the morning. As the dawn comes up through the rain, Adran, it strikes you as odd that we haven't experienced that voice reaching out to us.
I was actually trying to forget that.
Well, unfortunately for your intention, you are an intelligent person, and certain facts like that kind of spring up in your mind, whereas they rather slip through Varin's mind.
True.
They're not in front of me. I am indifferent. All right, did you want to forage again, sir?
I did want to forage again.
You wanted to do it on your own or ask for Thea's help?
I will try on my own because I think Thea would have a better advantage at finding something even better.
Alternatively, do you have proficiency in survival?
I do not.
Then you cannot take the help action.
Okay.
So you can map our progress instead. There's no ability check required for that. Or you can attempt to forage.
I'm going to try to forage. Do my
Alright.
share.
Then give me a survival check at disadvantage.
All right.
That actually succeeds. Roll me d6.
Nice. D6. Come on.
And roll me one more d6 to find out how many mudworm roots you find.
That sounds delish.
You find
extra.
5 samples of mudworm roots. These roots look and feel like arm-length worms, and they are very, very muddy in texture, look, taste, and smell. But they do recover hit points equivalent to a single potion of healing.
So is that mud root or mud root?
Mudworm root.
Oh, mudworm root.
And you find 5 of them. No preparation required to eat them. Thea, would you like to give a foraging check? Wow, that is a good one. Roll me 1d6 and then a d6 plus your wisdom modifier. That's a 5. You find more heart sand. Wow, you're on a roll. You find 5 samples of heart sand.
And those ones have to
Excellent.
be prepared, right?
They do, yes, it takes a long rest to prepare one of them.
Okay. So I have 8 so far of those.
Nice.
One more time. What was the mudworm root benefit?
You eat one, and it restores hit points equivalent to a standard potion of healing, which is 2d4 plus 2.
All right. 2d4.
That's a success.
2.
I'll roll my own dice this time. Oh look, I find more mudworm. And I find 8 samples of mudworm root. I will share those out to whoever wants them.
I will take whatever you don't want.
Go ahead and take 2. Thea, would you like to?
Sure, thank you.
So I'll take the remaining 4 mudworm roots. And you're welcome. Oh, and by the way, they feel and taste disgusting when you swallow them.
Oh. Give me a second here.
Sure thing.
I need to go check upstairs.
So I believe that means... Let's see, we've been traveling for 3 hours now. I will go ahead and roll his survival check for him. If he's... Alright. Is that disadvantage? No, it is. Okay, he fails this time. Thea, would you like to roll?
Oh, okay. So I didn't went that first time because like it was doing nothing after I clicked.
No worries. We will go with that 9. Some rainwater gets in your eyes this time. Sorry. Actually, what happens is that you're distracted by what we find as we travel. Where is it? Here it is. As you start foraging, looking around for some further helpful plants, especially heart sand, because that stuff is very valuable, we crest a low hill and find ourselves confronted by a little series of thatched huts that have, for the most part, collapsed in after years of disrepair. There are signs of what looks like a old garden here, and a rather sad sight, a graveyard.
Oh.
It's clear that no one is currently living here, and haven't been for some time.
Maybe there's something useful in the garden?
You can certainly check. Well, I do my survival check. That is surprisingly a success.
All right. I was putting my mudworm root away in my pouch. What did I miss?
Thea decided to, I rolled a foraging check for you. You failed. Thea failed as well. But she failed because she was distracted by what we found. A series
Oh.
of small thatched huts that have collapsed in on themselves after years of neglect and disrepair.
Oh.
What looks like the remains of an old garden. And a rather sad sight of an ancient graveyard.
Oh.
I just rolled my survival check and succeeded. So give me 1 second while I find out what I found and how much. I find 18 samples, good grief, of... Okay, I find 18 samples of Dalek beans. I'm apparently very fond of them.
Well, you know.
We can divide those up between the three of us.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
So 6 each.
All right.
Which means I now have 20 Dalek beans.
You said 6?
Yes. Did you want to... sorry, what, Adran?
I have 8 in total.
Excellent.
And
Would you
what
like
did they
to...
do?
Sorry?
What did they do again?
Dalek beans take an action to eat, and they give you 10 temporary hit points.
That's not bad.
Not much, but,
Yeah.
better than nothing in a pinch.
Oh, yeah.
Did you want to investigate it all before we move on from this sad
Yeah, I mean,
garden
there
site?
could be something useful in the garden.
All
There
right.
might be something abandoned in the huts.
Do you both want to investigate?
I do want to investigate.
Okay. Thea, did you want to investigate, or did you want to give Adrian a hand? Are you proficient in investigation?
Let me check real quick. Nope.
All right, then you won't be able to help him.
Well, I do have a 6 in investigation.
I have 0 in investigation, so I can't help you either.
Well,
You'll have to do this at disadvantage.
I will be doing this at disadvantage, though. So.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here goes to checking.
An 8. You're able to discern that the style of these huts are similar to what we found on our way to the Bath battle and in the construction from way back when. But I mean, this place looks like it's been abandoned for a couple of centuries. There's so much dust, debris, and ruined growth.
There's really not much here, guys.
But there is something that occurs to you, Adrian. There are signs of a graveyard, quite obvious. But where's the sign of any person that buried the people in the graveyard? There's no skeleton, no body.
As I said, there's not much here.
So someone buried people here and apparently left.
Yeah, was left either by himself or carried off by a creature or a group of creatures.
Or maybe went to go live in one of the other villages?
Or is simply wandering around from one place to another place like a certain fae we all know.
I give an obvious shudder. I don't like her.
Neither do I, and I'm so upset that we let her run or
Get away.
had her in our fingertips and it slipped away.
Now, question for you. We have a full half of a day, so we have 4 hours left. Do you want to forage as we travel or simply travel?
Well, we seem to be doing pretty well while traveling, foraging.
Very well. Adrian, give me a survival check, please.
All right, survival check coming up.
At disadvantage. Because you are not yet rested.
Nope, not yet.
That's a fail. You find grass. It just looks like lots and lots of grass.
It's everywhere.
It is indeed.
Hey, wait, I found a rock.
A soaked and mud-spattered rock.
But
Thea,
I found a rock.
Hey, you could add it to your inventory for an extra slingshot.
Sure.
Thea, would you like to go ahead and give me a survival check? That is just enough. What would you like? Oh, sorry. Go ahead and roll me d6 to see what you find. And then a d6 plus your wisdom modifier. Wow. You are on a roll with heart sand. You find 5 samples of heart sand.
Okay.
It's going to take you forever to turn them into poultices.
Yep, that's 13 now.
Alright, and then my turn. My goodness. Adrian, would you like to roll me a d6 to find out what I find?
Sure.
I find 12. Are you kidding me? I find 12. You know what? I'm not going to ask you to roll for me anymore. I find 12 more garlic beans. You can each take 2 more.
Thank you. I think we all have become kind
What I found. I found.
I think we've been kind of stuck in a rut of what we're finding.
I would agree. Alright, Adrian, 1 more roll for the second. Let's see. For the 6th hour.
I thought you said no more rolls.
No, I said 1 more. No. I'm going
Words.
to add scarecrows just for that.
Oh no. No.
Alright, would you like to forage for more plants, sir?
I'm gonna forge for more rocks. Here we go.
For great
You
rock.
find more rocks. Go ahead and roll me a d6 to see what you find, and then a d6 to see how many you find.
All right.
Because your wisdom modifier is a 0. You find Talon sap.
Cool.
You find 4 samples of Talon sap.
Great.
It's kind of a it's got kind of a sickly sweet flavor to it with a hint of smoke. It's an odd flavor, not unpleasant, just not quite good either.
Now I'm at a
Thea?
total of 8 Talon sap.
There you go. Thea, would you like to see what you can find?
Sure.
You slip and slide, and you don't fall prone in the mud, which is good because it's quite cold. But unfortunately, you just find grass, a couple of rocks. A bird startles out of the brush, but it's not a bird that's large enough to eat.
Ah, darn.
Yeah,
Darn.
it's a bummer. And for Varin, that is a success. I will find out what I find. If it's garlic beans, I'm going to throw them.
I'll just take them from
Oh.
you and give you whatever you want.
I find heart sand.
Ooh, nice.
And I get to multiply that by 2, so I find 10 samples of heart sand.
Ooh.
So heart sand, heart sand, heart sand. I already have one. One. So let's see. Each of you can take 2 more samples of heart sand.
Oh, thank you.
It's just the I have 13
lot?
of them. Yeah. So-
Alright, you can just give yours to Adran then.
Okie dokie.
Oh, so that means I get her too?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
because she has 13 samples of them.
Cool. I
don't think
now
she
have
needs more.
5.
So we've now been traveling 6 hours. 2 more hours before we have traveled 40 miles. Adrian, would you like to roll for what you can find? Go ahead and roll twice if you want to.
Alright. Let's
So
see.
2 survival checks at disadvantage.
2 survival checks at disadvantage. Here we go.
Oh, that would have been a dirty 20. But you do find something. 1 more survival check, sir.
Alright.
You find 2 somethings. Alright. Roll me 2 separate d6 to find out what you find each time.
Alright. Here's 1d6.
Excellent.
And here's a second.
Alright, that is actually a reroll.
That is a reroll.
Yes.
Alright, here I go re-rolling.
All right, so you find Hacken Leaves and Talon Sap.
Yes.
Roll 1d6 to see how much Talon Sap you find, and 1d6 to see how many Hacken Leaves you find.
All right.
You like Hacken Leaves, I've noticed.
Here's the Talon Sap.
You find 2 samples of Talon Sap.
All right.
Wow, you find 6 Hacken Leaves.
Nice.
Very nice.
Good job.
All right.
Those take a short rest to prepare, but they produce Hacken Leaf Brews, which is equivalent to a superior potion of healing.
Yes.
Thea, would you like to give me 2 survival checks to see if you can find anything before we finish our traveling day? That's a nat 20. You find... Yes, you are successful at foraging. Go ahead and roll me 2 separate d6 to see what you find, and then d6 plus your wisdom modifier twice to find out how much of each. Alright, so that's Talon Sap. And a reroll. Well, that's pretty popular today. Are you kidding me? You find more heart sand. Alright, you find 5 samples of Talon Sap.
Let me write that down real quick. 5 Talon. Okay, and then I'll get the other one going.
Excellent. You find 2 more heart sand. Not bad.
Got a lot of heart sands there.
No kidding.
Yeah, let's see.
That is 2 successes for me. A reroll and a 3. Ooh, heart sand. 3 is, are you kidding me? More Dalek beans. So that is an odd roll, but that is 8 more Dalek beans.
Hey, just think of it this way. Anytime you get hit or killed or whatever and you're low on hit points, pop one in your mouth.
No
Well,
kidding.
You could
That
also
means I
just start out the battle with like gulp.
Ooh,
Yep.
that's actually
Now,
not a bad idea either.
Bear in mind that temporary hit points do not stack. So if you have hit points, let's say you eat a Dalek bean, you have 10 temporary hit points. Let's say you take a damage and you have 5 temporary hit points. You can eat a Dalek bean and then choose if you have 5 or 10, but you don't get to add them together.
Okay.
So that was 8 more Dalek beans. So I now have 30 Dalek beans. Holy moly! And I have 10 more heart sands. Adran, would you like 5 of those?
The Dalek?
Heart sand.
Oh, heart sand. 5 more? Yes. That would be nice.
And I will offer up 10 each of Dalek beans, so we can each have 10.
All right.
Or, yeah, I'll have 10 and you guys can add 10 to whatever you already have.
Oh, okay.
And that means that we have reached the end of our traveling day. I assume, Adran, you don't want to push farther given your already exhausted state.
I am feeling a little exhausted, yes.
However, as you can see on the map, we are only 6 miles away, a travel time of 2 hours from the next camp. Which means as we are traveling, I'm going to see if we can find tracks. Okay then. I find tracks. Which that should have been an advantage because I know what I'm looking for. It's hobgoblins. Okay then. So I get a nat 20 to check for tracks. Which means I now have some information to share. So as we come to the end of our journeying day and our final hour of foraging, we come across the trail of the hobgoblins, traveling from the south to the northeast. So I take some time to study the tracks. Adran, Thea, about 25 hours ago, noon yesterday, while we were at the Battle of the Bath, About 57 hobgoblins passed through here. A huge beast passed through here.
Ooh.
And 3 large creatures that I don't know what they are passed through.
Oh.
So about that large beast.
Adran, you can give me an investigation check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Let's see if you can recognize what we find. Wow, that is an excellent roll. It's elephant tracks.
Oh, wow.
And these tracks were traveling with the hobgoblins. You can give me another investigation check to see if you recognize the 3 large creature tracks.
Well, let's see if I can find out what they are.
That is actually enough. Adran, these are rather familiar. They are creatures that you've ridden before. Rather canine in appearance.
Oh, no.
But they also talk.
Oh.
Wargs.
Wargs.
3 of them. Which probably means they also had riders.
Most likely.
So they are 6 miles ahead of us. 2 hours. Did you want to risk traveling farther, or did you want to take a long rest now?
I want to take a long rest now.
That is probably a wise idea, in which case we can also take that long rest to prepare some heart sand poultices. So like I said, it takes one long rest to work on a heart sand poultice. Adran, if you want, and Thea, you can do this as well. Where's my information here? Sorry, give me 1 second. I closed it and I shouldn't have. Here we go. Because silly me thought we were done. If you want, you can both give me either a nature or a medicine check as you prepare your heart sand poultices. Adran, you would do this at disadvantage.
Yeah. I think I would do a better job at nature than I would medicine.
Very well.
It's the same for me, but I have a feeling she'd use nature instead of medicine.
Very well. Adran, that is a success.
Nice.
Wait, let me double check actually.
Good job.
I looked at the wrong number. Nope, sorry, that is not a success.
Ah.
Darn. So, and Thea? Nope, neither of you manage it, sorry. You attempt to make an extra potion out of the ingredients you find, but you don't succeed. It is a very difficult task. I will attempt it, even though I have... Wait, I have medicine... I have 3 in medicine, so let me try it and see if I can succeed. I do not succeed. I have no idea how to, make these plants stretch extra. But, with a long rest, we are able to each produce 1 heart sand poultice. So go ahead and add 1 heart sand poultice to your inventory and take 1 heart sand off your inventory.
Did that.
And Thea, did you have a question?
Sand poultice, did what again?
It takes 8 hours to make a heart sand poultice, so you take off 1 heart sand and add 1 heart sand poultice.
Okay.
But it takes only a short rest length of time, so 1 hour, to create hacken leaf brews. So if you've got enough hacken leaves in an 8-hour period, that means 8 hacken leaf brews. I only have... Where are my hacken leaves? Oh, I don't have any hacken leaves. Bummer.
I have 3.
You can make 3 hacken leaf brews.
Okey-doke.
Adran, how many hacken leaves do you have?
I have 6 hacken leaves.
You can make 6 hacken leaf brews. Let me check something. You can get, and both of you can do this, nature or medicine check and see if you can make an extra hacken leaf brew out of the hacken leaves.
Okay, so 3 rolls?
3 rolls for you, Thea, and Adran, you said you had how many leaves?
I had 6.
All right, Thea, you succeed once. So you make 4 hack and leaf brews instead of 3.
2.
Okay. Adran, did you want to attempt it with your 6 leaves?
Yes.
All right. Each one will be at disadvantage.
All right, and I'm rolling with disadvantage with a nature check. So here we go.
Varin, how many hack and leaf?
Hold on, Adran. Thea, what were you asking?
How many hack and leaf brews does Varin have?
Varin has 3 hack and leaf brews.
Would you like an extra one?
I would definitely appreciate an extra one. Thank you. Adran, that is 1 fail out of 6. That is another fail. That is definitely a fail. That's a fail. That's a success.
Yes.
You have 1 more by my count.
Here we go.
Oh, that is 2 successes out of 6. You would have succeeded a lot more times if you didn't have disadvantage.
Oh man.
So that instead of 6, that becomes 8.
All right.
Nice. So, we have transformed what ingredients we have into our necessaries, and we camp for the night. Yes?
Apparently, I can only put a total of 6 hack and leaf brews with me.
In that case, you might want to share out what you have.
Yeah,
Okay.
Varin doesn't...
I made a total of 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a total. You've made a total of 8. You can only have 6. So
and how many did you have before that?
I had 4 before, so I was only able to keep 2.
Oh.
So 3 goes out to either one who needs it.
I have as many as I can have, so if Varin can use them, he can take them.
I'll take 1, and then I'll give up one of my the water bottles that I was using. Water bottles, sorry. I'll give up one of the water skins I was carrying for heart sand poultices, for you to have an extra hack and leaf brew, Adran.
Okay.
So that means you can have up to 7.
I don't know how you would change that.
Oh, I got it for you.
There we go.
And Thea, if you have anything that you couldn't, and did you fill up on heart sand poultices that you can carry? If you have empty bottles, you can offer Adran those to store his extra hack and leaf brews in.
Oh, okay.
Or bottles, water skins. That's what I mean.
No, because I've only ever had one heart salt and poultice, and I've got one again.
I don't see a heart sand poultice on your inventory.
It's in my bio.
Oh, I gotcha. Cool. All right then. So Adran, that leaves you how many that you made that you cannot store?
I believe I have a total of, let's see. I added 2 there, then I added 1 more there. I have 5 extra.
You have 5 extra. All right, unless you... Well, I could try and hunt something during the night. I do believe we also had something that we stored poison in, so we could...
We could rinse it out really good, I think.
We could do that.
Yeah, we ended up not having that poison stuff afterwards.
Well, yeah, we used up all the poison I think we took from the giant scorpions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall exactly how many doses we had. I'll say we had 3 extra water skins from the poison that we took from the giant scorpions. So I believe that leaves only 2 heart sand poultices that we don't have room for.
The hack and leaf brew?
Heart sand poultice.
Yeah.
So Varin can hunt during the night and see if he can find anything, animal-wise.
Okay.
Alternatively, Well, we don't really have anything else. All right. So Varin will set off on his own and go hunting. My goodness, that is a good check. Let me think here for a second. Adran, roll me a d6.
All right.
And don't let it be Dalek beans.
Got a 5.
Okay, I find a deer.
Ooh.
Nice.
So I need to. Hang on 1 second.
Hmm? Did we lose audio somewhere?
No, I can still hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to try and sneak up on it. Oh my goodness. That is ridiculously easy. And I don't want to use my arrows this close to a fight. The first attack is with advantage because of attacking at it from hidden. So that becomes a 18 to hit instead of a nat 1. And I deal 6 damage and it only had 4. Yeah, I bring home a deer.
Nice.
Medium-sized. Which is actually good because with all of our foraging for healing plants, Varin did not have time to get in to do what he normally does with my background feature, where I can provide food and fresh water for myself and up to 5 other people. So instead of doing that, and instead of us having to hit our rations, I come walking back into camp. Oh, excuse me. With a deer, which is 16 pounds worth of food. Evening, everyone. I have a deer.
Ooh, 16 pounds of food for everyone.
Welcome back.
And thank you. And that's definitely going to provide more than enough hide to make us new water skins to keep the heartsand poultices in.
And the rest of my hack and leaf brews.
Indeed. Alright, so you have that. You two can split up the 16 pounds however you wish. I have 26 pounds of food currently, so I don't need anything more.
I'm trying to find my rations section. Oh, I've got 12 pounds of ration.
And how many do you have, Thea?
6.
Yeah, I think you both can split that up.
Okay.
All right.
Half and half?
Alright.
Well, half 16, that's going to be 8 total
Mm-hmm.
for both of us.
Yep.
That'll put me at 20.
Alright, so we sleep.
Okay.
Or I meditate, I suppose, for 4 hours.
Yep.
The new day dawns. It is cold, 50 degrees. There's a light wind this time, and a heavy rain.
Oh.
As a result, if we want to get close and see what's going on, actually hold that thought. Adran,
Yes.
you're aware that not this evening, but tomorrow night, the night of the 45th day, the moon will be utterly dark. Tonight there will only be a thin sliver, but tomorrow night it'll be dark. No moon at all. You might want to think about attacking during the day or attacking during the night.
I think I would definitely want to attack during the night.
Okay. Did you also want to get closer and see if you can see what we can see with your spy glasses?
Yes, I did.
Okay. In order to do that, we're going to have to get within 1 mile because of all the hills and the heavy rain.
Okay. Oh, did you prepare the water sacks so that we could keep our hack and leaf brews and heart poultices?
Yes. They're not exactly great because the hide is that fresh, but they're serviceable.
All right.
All right, and you've had your long rest, so you no longer have any levels of exhaustion.
Yay! No more disadvantage.
And I assume you would be okay with me using primeval awareness as we approach.
Probably helpful
Yes.
considering the last several times we've been near one of these camps, they had a elemental of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. So we are 6 miles away, so before we start traveling, I just take my moment to expend some of my powers, opening up my senses to the world around us. We take a few steps forward, getting to within 6 miles, and I put up my hand, shivering a little. I sense... Let me see here, where is it?
Not the voice, not the voice, not the voice.
Sorry, I'm looking for my information here. Ah, here it is. I sense... Adran, I'm not sure which of these you consider bad news or worse news, but I sense the presence of of fiends and undead.
Oh, this is not good.
Well, at least we have warning.
Yeah, if there's a fiend around, it's gonna most likely be a scarecrow.
You have a bad feeling that it's going to be scarecrows?
I hate scarecrows. And why do they always seem to come out when it's raining?
Maybe they don't like the sun and only like the rain?
There's that for a fact.
And they also don't like to get burned.
As we travel, each of you can give me a survival check if you wish. I'm going to do a survival check. This is to attempt to figure out what the weather tomorrow might be. Nat 20 for Thea. I got a nat 1. And an 8 for Adran. Thea, you've been paying attention more so than the rest of us as we set out. You know, especially Adran and Varin being distracted with what I've sensed ahead. The weather is definitely picking up, and you have a pretty good idea that tomorrow is going to be even colder, and there will be very likely much stronger winds tomorrow than there are today.
I'll let Adrian know.
And Adran, strong wind means disadvantage on all ranged weapon attacks.
Yep.
So there's that to consider. Alright, so we proceed 5 miles to the northeast. So we are in the same range as our enemy. I'm just going to put us like right there. We're not on their camp, but we're within 1 mile.
Yeah.
Okay. You two take out your spy glasses, and you can both give me perception checks at... Let me double check something here. Heavy rain. I believe that means disadvantage on perception checks on sight or hearing. I'm not entirely sure which one. Let me double check. Here we are. Disadvantage on perception checks that rely on sight. Hooray for my memory!
Kadok?
Disadvantage
Garner.
in perception.
Wow, Thea.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be indeed. Adran,
I think I
You've
got a
seen the-
little dirt in my lens.
Well, you've seen Varin fiddling with your spyglass on occasion. I might have, I might have bent something somewhere. You're not entirely sure. You might have to spend some time tinkering to make sure I didn't break it. Sorry. Thea, ahead of us, in a low valley, you see this familiar palisade of a hobgoblin camp, but it has been arranged differently than the last camp. This time, there's no trench in front of it, but the palisade it's not quite as long around as the last camp was, but instead of it being long around, it has been double stacked. So now there's a palisade that's 10 feet tall.
Huh.
In the valley that the palisade has been erected, at best guess, possibly in a square formation, there is a wide lake to the west of the encampment. And 18, yeah, okay. And this is especially ominous to you, Thea. The grass all around the encampment has been crushed flat. Now, on the one hand, that means it's easy terrain, easy to run in. On the other hand, there's nothing for you or I to hide in anywhere near the encampment.
Well, if it wasn't raining so hard, I'd say roll around in the mud. I guess they'll take and roughly sketch out what she saw to the others.
Adran, you have an interesting choice before you. How would you like to go about attacking this hobgoblin camp? And by the way, with a 10-foot wall, there's not much of a chance of anything of you being able to see over it and see what's going on inside.
Nope, no chance at all, that's for sure. But it would actually be kind of nice. I kind of have a bit of an idea, although it would require some on Varin's part to use a little bit of spike growth.
What's the idea?
Have,
I open up my component pouch and I start counting all the twigs to make sure I have enough.
have one of us stand out in the middle of the field, get their attention, have them rush out to us. I mean, don't put the spike growth directly at the entrance, but
Like in front of
put it
us.
so much so in front that they don't expect it.
Well, it's been nice knowing you, Adran. I mean, that's an option.
It
You
is.
like being surrounded, right?
He likes being surrounded a lot more than I do.
More than I do.
Adran, you were going to say something?
But I was going to say if we had at least Thea and Varin off to the edge of the encampment, depending on how it's structured properly, you can at least hit them at a certain distance, at a certain, like with your bows, you guys can actually take them out one by one as best as possible. So therefore, they have that type of feeling of being surrounded, So then there's...
and yeah, there was something else that you would have seen. You didn't see any sign of a gate.
That's interesting.
Oh, whoa, what is?
Well, I didn't see a gate. It might be on the other side, but there wasn't one in the direction I was looking.
So we're not at the front of the fortress.
Possibly that, or they have a door.
Well, I guess we have to look around for the door first.
Which would require getting a lot closer.
Well, then there's the other option too. We could just simply sneak in and start taking everybody out one by one in their sleep.
We will be taking you with us so you don't get bored waiting.
Yeah. So.
Oh, and let me see here. Were you still planning on waiting an extra night or attacking them this night?
That's a really good question because we all haven't had our long rest yet, have we?
No.
We've had a long rest, so there's no more, exhaustion on anyone.
Yeah.
I've spent a single, spell for primeval awareness.
Yeah. For this day, however, we have not had a long rest.
Correct.
Okay. So, I'm ready to go in. Who's ready to follow me?
This instant, this day?
This instant, this day.
Thea?
I am if you are.
You're the leader, Adran. Just,
Right.
try not to, get us caught in a death trap.
I'll try not.
And I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to be moving rather quickly. And since it lasts an hour, we're 1 mile away.
Oh, does the temp HP from the Dalek beings have a time limit?
Until your next long rest.
Until your next long rest? We could always pop one before we get going in there. That way we have a buffer.
There's that. I'm going to hold off on casting Longstrider, but I get the feeling when we get closer, I'm going to want to move very quickly, and I'm going to want to be able to jump around. So you can imagine I'm going to have some spells running on me.
Yep.
So we move forward then.
All right.
During the day. All right, so give me 1 second to get things set up. Because I wasn't sure what you were going to choose. I had a couple of different maps planned out. So give me 1 second to get the right map selected. Oh, and interestingly, Adran, we're not too far from where we left a bunch of heads on stakes. If you recall.
I do remember leaving a bunch of heads on stakes. Although I thought that was further west of us.
It's a little bit northeast of where we are currently.
Okay. Got it.
All right. And
You think they know?
I don't know. What do you think?
Let's go ask him.
Adran, you can give me what are your skills?
I have a lot of skills that I'm not good at.
You have a lot of skills that you're not good at. Amazing.
Well, you're not a bard, so...
There is that.
True.
Investigation. You can give me an intelligence check, sir.
Intelligence. I don't have an intelligence check.
It's just your raw intelligence ability.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Bless
That
you.
snuck up on me.
I'll be sure to edit that out.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's alright. The fact that the grass has been crushed down and that the palisades have been stacked double height and that there's no obvious gate from our current position, it's likely that they suspect something, especially since that voice that we've gotten used to hasn't attempted to communicate with us.
Yeah.
We know that it can communicate. Makes sense that it tried to communicate with someone that, we might have left dead over the last night or two. So odds are not in our favor that they know we are coming. But where we're coming from and how quickly we can reach them, yeah, they probably aren't aware of that.
Unless you said you had felt undead and a fiend. Unless the walls are so high because there's nothing but zombies in there. I know, wild idea, but
Well,
still.
I mean, zombies could also pop up from a source of water or something.
Yeah, like the lake to the west.
Yeah.
And I'm just double checking something. Alright, so like I said, light wind but heavy rain is what we're currently dealing with. So heavy rain, we have disadvantage on perception checks that rely on sight and hearing.
Mm-hmm.
However, everything in heavy rain is lightly obscured, so that's good news for wood elves, especially wood elf rogues.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So there's that. I assume we would like to attempt to approach stealthily.
Yes.
Please give me your stealth checks. 15 for me, a 23 for Thea, and 18 for Adran. Nice. Alright, so we are pretty good on that. Let me check something. As we approach, I duck down low into the grass, bringing us to a halt. I use my hands to get your attention, point at my eyes, and point to the north. Give me 1 second. Adrian, I give you a quick hand sign pointing at my longbow, and point again to the north, holding up 2 fingers. And then I look again. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. Wrong button. There we go. So I do that. I gesture at my longbow, and hold up 6 fingers, pointing in towards the north. You do have the, I believe it's called message cantrip.
Yes, I do, and I'm going to send you a message by saying, are you saying that there's about 6 archers?
I respond to you, same method. Hidden in the trees and bushes by the lake.
I send another message back to you. Quite convenient.
And they're hidden. Or trying to hide.
I was actually going to say that. Are they trying to hide, or are they well hidden?
Well, they're trying. In point of fact, Adrian, you actually are able to see some. Once I've pointed them out, yeah, you're able to spot 1 or 2. And after that, you're able to figure out where the rest of them are. They're all lined up along the lake, amongst the bushes and trees. And they do seem to be looking. Sort of. The rain's not helping them.
Well, does any... Oh, actually, I'm going to send another message to you, Varin. Are you able to stealthily get up into a tree and take them, or take a few out?
Glance at them, glance back. I know I'm quick. I'm not that quick. There's 6 of them.
Well, how do we want to proceed?
Your call.
I wish I had gone over what I could do on attack from underwater, because would be really nice as if I could stealthily get myself into the water, swim around, and then attack this guy by pulling him in and drowning him.
Well, they haven't seemed to notice us yet. We could all go in the water.
Does anybody feel up for a swim?
Thea?
Sure.
And it's at this point that we realize that because we've been messaging, Thea is completely unaware of our conversation.
What?
I go and send a message to Thea. Varin and I have been discussing back and forth. Maybe we should take a swim and see about drowning a couple of the scouts. What do you say to that?
How's the shoreline?
Well,
What's your passive, Thea?
My passive is 14.
It's grassy and shrubbery and trees. There doesn't look like there's much of an incline, excuse me, or rocks.
We might be able to do it, but undead.
wait, you might be able to what?
Wasn't there undead nearby?
It's nearby, we just don't know where exactly.
Somewhere within 6 miles.
Right.
That's not Varin saying it. I'm confirming that as the DM.
Okay. So, you had mentioned you think that they're coming out of the water.
I said that they have before, but we won't know until we try.
That's true. Well, I guess we could give it a shot.
All right, I'm going to be heading towards the water.
I forgot to do what I said earlier and cast my spells. So I would have cast Longstrider on myself. Thea, would you want to cast anything from your ring or hold off?
Let's see.
I imagine we would have cast these spells before we actually got within sight. What is
If I do
glowing?
Long Strider, I could do both Adran and myself.
That is correct.
Why don't I go ahead and do that?
Okay. I will adjust your character sheets accordingly. Adrian, I'm going to take you off the spells for a second.
All right.
There you go. Your speed has been adjusted. Now, water is considered, when you move through water, unless you have a swim speed,
Rough terrain.
It mechanically operates the same as difficult terrain, but it's not actually difficult terrain.
Right.
So it'll affect my speed the same as yours. So I'll be going slow as well, which causes Varin to grimace at the thought. I like being fast. Are you either of you touching the tree trunk?
No.
No, I am trying not to, just in case if it has spikes on it.
They've all been spiky lately.
You do indeed see those thorny vines growing there. And as I brush past you both, kind of give you a little smirk as I touch the tree trunk, just casually, just like, I can do this. And I do indicate that there are vines of the same kind on the bushes. So, Thea, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Kentucky?
Oh, beautiful. And
don't you need to do one as well?
I don't. A dexterity saving throw, please. Not a dexterity check. Wait, is that your saving throw?
Oh. No, it's not. But here.
Let me check. Here we go. Where is it? Okay. That is a success. You manage to slip down and around the vines and you don't take any damage. In answer to your question there, Adran, I have... Where is it? Landstride.
Oh, wait, that's right. I forgot about that one.
I take no damage from plants non-magical plants. If they have thorns, spines, or similar hazard, I get to completely ignore it. Coincidentally, this dark green grass, this is difficult terrain. The browner grass, that is where the grass has been crushed flat.
Got it.
Thought I should mention that. Alright, do you want to slip into the water, Thea?
Yeah,
Is that your
Push.
final answer?
not really, but it's Adrian's idea.
Yep. Alright, I will slide into the water as... Whoops, what's going on here? There you go. I'm in the water with you as well. Adrian,
I slipped past the bush.
please give me a dexterity saving throw.
Saving throw. Oh. There we go. There we go.
Ooh, nat 20, yep. You slide through with almost the same grace as Varin. I'll move out of your way here. Okay. So we are in the water. We are down low because we're still in the shallows. How would you like to proceed?
Well, my idea is I'm trying to get to this guy right here, dunk him in and drown him. And it looks like there's another one right here and right here. And then there's one right over here as well. I don't know how exactly you guys want to go about doing that. Because which direction are they currently facing? Are they facing south, west, east?
Sorry, I was answering and didn't realize that my microphone was muted.
Oh.
They are facing to the south, and so like these... Oh, here we go. These two here are facing south and west, but they're constantly shoving water out of their eyes, which might explain why we slid by without their notice.
Mhm.
The ones further up are scanning to the south and to the southeast.
Okay. So I'd probably want to take out these guys first.
Yeah, well, probably this guy right here. Because he's the furthest up.
But yeah, whoever wants to swim up around there, take them out.
Sorry, I wasn't looking. Who wants to go where?
Whoever wants to come up here and take out the guys in the north side.
Since that seems to be the furthest isolated one, I vote for Thea.
Okay. She'll swim.
Since
And
both you guys are faster than me, I will take the ones that are closest to us.
Okay. Alright, so Thea, as you get up there, the sword on your side starts to tingle coldly against you, even through the water, much more coldly than normal. And you get a flash in your mind of someone further to the north. So now you are aware of an additional archer. I don't believe either Adrian or I are within 30 feet of you. We are not.
She's gonna try and swim out this way and wave her arm.
Okay. Please give me a stealth check. You're trying to move your arm about in water to get attention, but not, Okay. Beautiful. So you do this trying to get our attention, and since we're keeping an eye on you as we're swimming, yes, we both see you.
I'll
And you manage to do
motion.
so quietly.
I'll motion that there's one further up.
Okay. Adrian?
So we got to be careful of that one that's further out there.
Uh-huh.
In response to your warning, I'm going to continue swimming further north so I can join you. Adran, you might want to consider joining us, because they're all looking to the south.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Well, hang on a second. I can't swim that fast.
It doesn't matter how fast you can swim. Just take your time. Keep
Well,
on
that and we're
swimming.
kind of waiting to do anything until you're there, so...
Precisely.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay. Now, as you can see, there are bushes all along the lake's edge, and yep, there's lots of vines.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you want to proceed?
Come up here a little bit. Well, that's a tough one, because what I really want to do is try to pull one of these guys into the water, see if I can drown them.
You know, you might just go up further than this guy here. That way you can go behind him and then, like, silence him and shove him into the water that way with less noise.
I would have to at least get past the spiky bushes.
We're gonna have to get past the spiky bushes, just pulling them in, too. I don't know if you noticed.
Not right.
Yeah.
Hmm. No.
Because you have to get up on land, grab them, and then go back into the water.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Huh.
I was just about to warn you.
Well, who wants to make the first move? You guys keep looking to me.
Well, Mr. Leader, I wonder why we do that.
Touche. So I'm going to...
We aren't technically underwater. We're just swimming in the shallows. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably with,
So the underwater rules don't really apply here.
Right. So I'm going to go around and see about attacking this guy.
Okay.
Okay. How would you like to do so?
Well, I'm going to go out over here. I'm just going to
give me a dexterity saving throw.
Saving throw.
That is enough. You do not take damage.
Oh,
but
good.
You do feel the snags against your armor and the rustling of the branches. Please give me a stealth check.
All right, here we go for a stealth check. Oh, don't fail me now.
You managed to extricate yourself rather silently. Impressive given all the water coming off of you.
Great.
And how would you like to proceed?
I am going to... Oh, gosh, where is my sling?
I'm sorry?
I'm looking for my sling.
Oh.
There it is.
Swim closer while she's waiting.
Right there. Yeah, it's wrapped around my wrist. Well, I don't know why, but... So... And it's a good thing I don't have my shield out, because then I would have to take time putting it away. So I'm going to take my sling and attack him.
Okay. In that case, each of us can roll for initiative.
Initiative.
Okay. Okay, and you see the time, so we are going to take our break here in just one moment.
Yep.
So a couple of things happen here. Adrian, you pull out your sling. You're obviously going in for the attack. You
Mhm.
see out of the corner of your eye, Thea and Varin, starting to rise from our crouches from the water. You also see the water starting to let out steam into the rainy air as it suddenly dips in temperature behind us. And that is where we'll take our break.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
And okay. So we all rolled for initiative. And the first one up is surprised. What's going on here? Give me 1 second. Thanks to the fact that we are, stealthy and they had disadvantage because of the heavy rain, they did not hear or see us on our approach.
That is
So
good.
these are surprised. I'm the first one up. So let's see. Seeing that you're up against someone, you're looking to strangle him. I'm going to attack the guy right in front of us. Advantage on the first attack. Actually, instead of going with my longbow,
Because there are high winds going on.
say what now?
There are high winds.
No, that would have
That's
been
tomorrow.
Yeah, the next day.
Oh.
I'm more just looking at this and like, I don't, especially since I know roughly how many people there are, I'm like, I think I want to save my arrows as long as I can. So I come surging up out of the water. I'm going to stab at this guy. Advantage on my first attack. 22 for 7 damage hits. And then my second attack, wow. Colossus Slayer, please.
Hey.
Oh my goodness, that is 26 points of damage. 18 and 8. Yeah, 26 points of damage. And I need to be on the screen here.
And
this button. Let's see. I dealt him more damage than he even had available. And he dies.
Flat.
So I moved 15 feet. That means that counts as 30 feet to get out of the water. So that leaves me 15 more feet. There we go. I'm getting frustrated with trying to move through the water. I cannot hide, so that's my turn. This fellow is... where is he? He is surprised. Surprised. Adrian, the one behind you, is just or in front of you, excuse me, is just staring to the south at, the fact that I just came up out of the water and murdered his companion. He's just kind of like staring slack-jawed. Like, what?
What? Was not expecting that.
Was not expecting that in the slightest. And Adrian, you are up next.
Alright, so do I just use my sling?
Technically this is a grapple, but you're trying to grapple with your sling. So yes, go ahead and use your sling. But
Okay.
it's not gonna, if you hit, you're not actually gonna do damage. Alright. And I'm going to give him a chance to escape. Well, no, he's caught by surprise. I'm gonna say he does not get a chance to contest this because he's caught flat-footed. You have captured his throat, I imagine.
Okay.
Now, you can pull out your dagger and stab him as well,
Ooh, I did not think about that.
because you
Thank
have
you
an
for
extra
letting me
attack.
know.
You're
I
welcome.
will now pull out my dagger and stab him.
So you are strangling him and you are stabbing him. A 15 to hit. That hits for 7 damage. Alright. Nice attack. Surprised. Thea, low on the initiative order for once. Alright, Thea, it is now your turn.
Alright. She'll go and use her sword to attack.
Excellent. You have advantage on your attack. I almost said hit. A 12, or is he? It's a hit, but a glancing blow as he turns slightly, trying to see what that sound was. Question: did your sneak attack increase when you got to level 8?
I think so. Let me check real quick. Let's see.
Because I can't remember if I increased it or not.
Let's see. At 8, it's still 46.
Okay.
It doesn't go up until 9.
Thank you. So that becomes 10 damage instead of 20.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I've never really been sure if sneak attack is something that gets halved or not. When it's... because it's not technically... oh, whatever. 10 damage. Alright, that was your attack. Would you like to do a bonus action? Oh, and I also need a dexterity saving throw for you to move through the bushes. Alright, you don't take any damage.
Good job.
You can attempt to hide, or you could try and pants this unfortunate hobgoblin.
Why not?
Alright, give me a fast hands, sleight of hand check. And I'm going to go ahead and say that because of the fact that he's caught by surprise, and also now has a hole in his back, he does not get to contest you. His pants are now down around his ankles. Rather unfortunate for him. Did you want to move, or are you going to stay where you are?
Let's see, that was...
It was about 25 feet of movement to get to.
Right. I'm gonna have to do a dex check if I move, I think, so...
That is correct.
I'll just stay here for now.
Okay, let me check something real quick. I'm checking the suffocation rules for your captured hobgoblin there, Adran.
I think they can last as long as their modifier is.
Well, it depends on whether or not they could hold their breath or not. This one is choking, so it's a number of rounds equal to its constitution modifier. Alright, excellent move there, Thea. And because you're now, where you are, there was a slight chill to the water as you left it, and out of the corner of your eye, you see that the surface of the lake is actually starting to frost over a little bit. And then something comes out.
Oh, lovely.
A ghostly, wizened form, wrinkled and hideous, hair moving slowly about in the air as though still locked in the water's embrace.
We get it, it's ugly.
Disturbingly, it looks rather like an elven lady.
Lady of the Waters.
It moves forward. Can't see. Towards you, Thea. And it's going to reach out towards you.
Okay.
With corrupting touch. I get an 11.
That misses.
You see its hand miss your shoulder. Its hand touches instead a leaf on the bush, and you see the leaf wither to dust and drop away.
Touch the whole bush.
You can imagine that it probably would not be healthy to be touched by it.
The bush wouldn't be there anymore.
Surprised, right? So are you actually begging this ghostly form to touch the whole bush?
No, that's just like her thought process. Why couldn't you just touch the whole bush?
Fair enough. Alright, a second. And... okay. Top of the order. The fellow to your immediate... not your immediate. The next fellow in line there, Thea. He's going to turn. See what's going on. He's going to move his full movement through the difficult terrain. And he's going to take aim at you, Thea.
Alright.
And then, seeing me to the north, he's going to send a shot at me as well. So here's for you, Thea, and then for me. I'm going to guess the 7 misses you.
Yeah.
Okay, but that 21 is going to hit me, so... save me, gloves! Excellent. I catch the arrow in my empty hand.
Oh, good. I can hear you again.
Oh. Not sure what you missed. The ghostly form went to touch Thea, missed, and Thea saw it wither a branch away to nothingness. Then one of the archers moved over, took a shot at Thea, took a shot at me, missed Thea, and I caught the arrow.
Ah, okay. Great. I'm all caught up.
Excellent. I'm glad you can hear us. Alright. So it's my turn now. There's a couple of different options for me. I'm going... Thea, do you need help?
Yeah?
I'm going to shoot at the one you've already wounded. And then I'll just, if I hit him, see what happens. Yeah, that'll hit. That'll hit. So that person's going to take 19 damage. As I drop my short sword to the ground, take out my longbow, and well, I had an arrow in hand. So he takes 19 damage. Yeah, he dies.
Blech.
Abruptly.
Thank you.
No problem. And then I'm going to take aim at the ghostly form. And use one of my arrows. Oh, wow. 21 is going to hit. Ow, my ankle. Thea, you see the arrow hit and with its normal accuracy and normal punishing force. Except it doesn't seem to do all that much to this ghostly form. And I just mutter, I don't like undead. I really don't. All things considered, I'm going to move behind cover. Because there's a lot of archers down there. Okay. Zoom out here. 1 second.
Man, I do not like undead.
I can't imagine why.
They're just not likable.
I don't know. I think the necromancers like them well enough.
Yeah, but neither of us are necromancers. Last I checked.
Well, one of you said
No.
that nobody likes undead, and I was just pointing out necromancers
Oh.
probably do.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know anything about necromancy, but...
Well, you know, someone's got to make use of the dead bodies.
Right?
True.
Alright, so that person has to make a dexterity saving throw. Because that would be hilarious. Oh, he succeeds. Where is he? Does he have line of sight on anyone? No. No. The only one that it looks like he has line of sight on is Adran, and Adran would have, let's see, you're behind a person?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say you have 3/4 cover.
Okay.
But you can't see anyone else to shoot at, so he'll take shots at you. 2 shots, you have 3/4 cover, which means you have a +5 bonus to your armor class.
Okay.
And that is why I took cover. So here come 2 shots for you, sir. I got a 9 and a 19.
Well, that
Sure.
definitely misses, because if you give me +5 on armor,
What is your armor class at that point?
well, at that point it was a 17.
Ah, yeah. Wait, no, your armor class currently is a 17.
Plus
five.
the 5. That's
Plus
22.
Now I have 22.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Alright, so that was his turn. Hang on a second.
Although I kind of wish any of the 19s would have hit his buddy.
He was the reason he missed was because he was trying not to hit his buddy.
Well,
If his buddy had been behind you, on the other hand.
there you go. You're not a sharpshooter.
He is definitely not a sharp shooter. That guy passes his dex save and does not take damage. Oops, he's going too far for difficult terrain. He's going to dash. Alright, Adran, the hobgoblin you're currently wrestling with, he's going to try and break free.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I will say he has disadvantage on this because you've got a sling wrapped around his throat.
Okay.
And I need a contesting athletics or acrobatics check from you. And that did not roll at disadvantage. How rude. So you have to beat a 13.
And you said athletics or acrobatics?
Your choice. He does not escape.
Ah.
And that means he falls unconscious. Excellent move.
Thank you.
You put someone to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm searching. Okay.
Let's see. I was just checking something.
No worries.
Perfect. Oh, wrong one.
And this guy's gonna dash. Does he have line of sight on anyone? On Thea. Myself. Alright, Adran, 2 shots are gonna come. One is for you, one is for me.
All right.
Let me double check the range though. Oh yeah.
Seems like those would be what? Still advantage or disadvantage?
Normal shots.
Okay.
As out from the hills to the south comes pounding a warg with a hobgoblin riding on its back. So first shot's for you, sir, and second shot's for me. An 8 to hit you, I imagine misses by a wide margin. A 15 misses me. It slams into the tree right in front of me.
I call out to him, Ongondonjidogondo, which in English it means your grandmother can shoot better than you can.
Oh! Ow.
Sorry.
I was not prepared for that. Ooh. Ow, that hurt to drink. Alright, and... Ooh, I was really not prepared. There comes a bellowing, trumpeting noise, again from the hills to the south.
Oh boy.
It's a familiar sound to us.
I recognize that thing.
Because we've both fought it, and we've also been saved by it.
Yeah.
There it is.
Sounds like one of our really good friends. The elephant.
There it is. It is indeed an elephant coming dashing around the hill. Excuse me, the hills. Oh, my throat. And that means as we come into sight, so we can all see it. On the back of this, on the neck of the elephant is a hobgoblin urging it on. On the back is what looks like a tower on the back of this elephant. Not a big tower, just some form of a structure.
Kind of like a little hut or something?
Yes, essentially. There are 2 hobgoblins inside this hut, and as we come into view of it, he points in my direction, specifically. Where is... Or not he, I beg your pardon. Because, it's definitely not a he. We can see that it is a she.
Hmm.
And where is the information? There it is. She mutters something, crying out in some arcane language, and waves her hand. A wave of energy sweeps out from her, slams into me, and I no longer have Longstrider on me.
What?
As she uses her prepared action to cast a spell.
Oh boy. That's insane.
There we go. And where is it? There it is. Let's see if this actually works. Advantage. Ah, it rolled with advantage. Perfect. Fortunately, it misses me, as within inches of my face, teeth appear out of nothing.
Whoa.
Slowly resolving itself into the form of an absolutely monstrous... We've encountered gorillas before fighting these hobgoblins. This looks vaguely similar to a gorilla, except red fur and huge by comparison.
Ew. Oh boy.
It missed me with its bite, so it'll swing at me with its fists. 14
Looks
misses
like
by
a-
that. Sorry?
Looks like a red-haired ogre.
Kinda does. Boom! As a fist connects with my abs, and I leave, and all the air in my lungs leaves rather rapidly. As I
Ooh.
take 12 bludgeoning damage. Adran! What have you got us into?
Didn't think
Speaking
that thing would ever show up.
Adran, it's now your turn. What would you like to do, sir?
Well, I was going to attack the spirit over there by Thea, but now that I see this bad boy, I think I'm gonna direct my attack towards him.
Fair enough.
And I'm going to use Staff of Paralysis.
All right, I believe that's a Constitution saving throw for him, isn't it?
Yes. Has to make something higher than a DC 15, I believe.
Please make sure.
Yes, he has to succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
All right, here's his saving throw. I get a nat 1.
Oh no! Wow.
You paralyze him.
Boom!
Paralysis.
Well,
Paralyzed.
good job.
There we go. So you just like spin out. You've got your sling in one hand, your dagger in the other. How do you pull out your staff? Because both your what do you drop in order to pull out your staff? That's a good way of putting it.
My dagger. I drop my dagger and pull out my staff.
Fair enough. The creature is incapacitated, cannot move or speak. It automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and any attack that hits is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of it.
Yes.
And incapacitated means that it cannot take actions or reactions.
And that's what, for each turn?
Let me check. Where is your... Oops. Staff of Paralysis information. Thank you. At the end of each of its turns, it can repeat the saving throw and do the effect on itself on a success. So I'll need you to keep track of that. Okay?
Alright.
Alright. That is incredible. Anything else for you, sir? Such as moving? Or action surging?
Well, I'm going to move over here. Just so
Okay.
that I can be closer to him and maybe attack him.
You can attack him if you want an action surge right now.
I don't want to action surge just yet.
Fair enough. Unbelievable that Staff of Paralysis. What a clutch item for you.
It is the only femur bone I have on me at the time.
But and for that, sir, I award you a point of inspiration.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Sorry, double checking things. Alright. Thea, here comes a shot for you.
Okie dokie.
Actually, there's just 2 shots for you because you can't see anyone else. I get a 14 and a 15.
15 hits.
That'll be 9 damage unless you want to use your reaction.
Yeah, I'll uncanny that.
Very well, then that becomes 4 damage. Alright, it is now your turn. Well, this didn't quite go as anyone expected, did it?
No.
So she's gonna use her bonus to disengage.
Smart idea. And if you wish to move, I need dexterity saving throws.
Right. Alright, so
At least 1.
here's that.
You take no damage from the vines.
So I'm in difficult terrain, right?
Correct.
So
I might also point out, you do have a statuette of your own.
I do, but I also don't think that I'm in plenty enough space to call an elephant out.
Probably not.
So, yeah, I'll probably just take Yeah, so I'm gonna go into the water and then back out of the water. So it's 10, 20, 30, 40. So I'm gonna need to make a couple more deck saves to get there, and I'm gonna use
Correct.
my action to dash.
Fair enough. Let me
So
see.
so I went from here basically to here.
Say
Here.
give me 2 more dexterity saving throws.
Okay, and then I went between these bushes here.
Yep.
And then backed up.
So the tree is not a concern, but the 2 bushes are.
Okay, so here's that one.
That's a success.
And that one.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you just dance right on through.
More like you hop over the bush.
It is, unfortunately, the creepy ghost lady's turn.
Right. Well, I just mostly wanted to get a little bit more distance so I'm not so targetable.
She follows you with her hate-filled eyes. There's something about you that apparently has greatly displeased her. As she floats forward over the lake, invisible legs, never touching anything.
Ooh, I think I just got a shiver down my spine.
As she reaches out for your heart. Getting a
And
14.
misses.
You dodge backward in time. I can't imagine that you want that to come anywhere near you.
That's a little too close for comfort.
I'm not that kind of elf, okay?
Where is it? And why is it not showing up?
That's because he's invisible.
You wish.
I hope not. An invisible enemy?
Okay, what's going on? I mean, we already have one. He's right in front of me, but paralyzed.
Haha.
Sorry, everyone. He doesn't get a turn. Come on. Silly system. Okay, he doesn't get a turn. Because he's riding.
And the elephant can't really do anything.
Not yet. Emphasis on yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what is that creature?
All right. Where is... There it is. Character sheet. All right. What is she going to do? Yep, she's going to cast that spell. And then... Unfortunately, she can do nothing else, so she is going to duck down behind the wall of the tower on the elephant's back. Alright.
Back at the top.
Back at the top of the round. 10, 20, 25, 30. Doesn't have good line of sight on any of us, so instead of attacking, this guy is going to dash to the north.
Coward.
No, he's dashing towards us, so he can see us.
No, I thought he was dashing away from us.
No, we're in the north. Oops. There we go. Come on, there we go. Dashing. There. No good line of sight.
Dashing through the rain.
It is raining, that is true. Well remembered. Okay, get rid of that. Not yet. Oops. Grabbed one part, but not the other. Dashing to the north. There we go. Where is that kill us? Where is this fellow? Sorry, everyone, I can't find. Oh, there he is. Okay, so it's now my turn. Apologies to everyone, I had to sort through a few creatures. So, seeing himself suddenly confronted by this massive bulk, who is also now paralyzed, thank you, Adran. I'm going to scoop up my short sword from the ground. And because you paralyzed him, I'm going to attack him with advantage with my sword. Which, paralyzed, that means if it hits, that means it's come on.
Is that an auto crit?
Double checking. Is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature, and I am within 5 feet.
Well, he did hit you in the gut pretty hard.
Yeah, it was not pleasant. So I rolled a 6 damage. So that's 6 plus 6 is 12 damage. Double check something. So yes, he takes 6 damage. And well, I'm right here and he's wounded now, so I'm going to advantage attack him again with the same weapon. I hit for 20, and now he takes Colossus Slayer as well. So that becomes 6 and 6 is 12 plus 3 and 8. 15 and 8. 23 points of damage. Correct me if I'm wrong.
6,
23.
12, 1,
That should hurt him.
3. Yeah.
He's not even bloodied yet.
Right.
But you did take a pretty big chunk of him.
I took a pretty big chunk of him, indeed. And even though I don't like being this close to him, I've got cover from the tree, cover from the thing. I sadly and frighteningly am gonna hold my ground very bravely. Go.
Alright.
Alright, to the south of us. No good target to shoot for, so he's going to dash towards us. There he is, way down far in the south. Somewhere. There he is. Goes 15 and 20, 25, 30,
Well, looks like they're starting to surround us.
That's gonna happen eventually. There's so much more of them than there are us.
True, but we're actually in a really good position of cover.
Currently, yeah.
Currently.
And this Warg Rider is going to dash up.
Whoa.
He is going to take a shot at you, Adran. But you, let's see, what kind of cover is that? 3/4?
I would have called 3/4 or a half.
I'll call it half. So you have a
Okay.
+2, I believe. I'll double check.
I might just use a shield instead, but I don't know. We'll see.
Half cover is a +2 to armor class and saving throws. So here come 2 shots for you, sir, because you can't see anyone else.
All right, it's got to hit me if it's at least a 19.
I get a 21 and a 9.
Oh,
The 21, I assume, will hit, but only for 3 damage.
3 damage. I'll take the 3 damage.
Alright, take the 3 damage.
Just a scratch.
Say what
It
now?
is but a flesh wound.
It's but a flesh wound. Yeah, come on, you pansy.
Gotta move some things around here.
I still have my teeth.
Considering what I'm up against, I might not have my teeth for very long. Alright, that's that. And then this guy needs to make a saving throw, correct?
Yes, he does.
And its DC is 15.
Yes.
He breaks free, but that's the end of his turn.
No!
He is no longer paralyzed, but as I said, it's the end of his turn.
It is the end of his turn.
So he doesn't get to move or do anything.
Nuts.
And Adran, it's now your turn.
Staff of paralysis!
Again. Really?
Down, you fool!
I'll take that as a very serious yes.
Get down!
Alright. So DC 15 con save. I get an 8. He is paralyzed
Wow.
twice in a row. Oh, he's not gonna be happy with you when he gets free. If he gets free. Anything else you want to do, sir? As enemies are starting to close in around us.
I'm going to use an action surge,
Fair.
and then I am going to move towards the Warg Rider.
Okay.
Let's see. Where's my action surge? There we go. Action surge used.
Excellent.
I'm going to move a little towards the Warg Rider. Right here.
Mhm.
And I'm going to attack him with my sword.
Go for it. You have 2 attacks.
Yep.
Make them count.
25 will hit.
25 will definitely hit for 9 damage. Ouch.
And that's on a normal, too.
Yeah. You didn't
Yeah.
even need advantage.
No.
But you have an extra attack. Can you make 2 for 2?
I sure hope so. No, I miss.
Oh, nat 1. You got a little overconfident there. What?
Well, when I tried swinging my other sword, I ended up hitting the stupid runt's armor. And I'm like, oh, whoops, sorry, missed it. Or how about better yet, I tried swinging my sword around doing something fancy, and the weapon slid out of my hand from the rain.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Alright, roll me a d6.
Okay, D6 then.
Okay. It sticks in the palisade over here.
Oh gosh. No.
And you are now swordless.
It's a temporary thing with him.
One hopes. Oh yeah, that's true. You have you're an Eldritch Knight. You can summon it. I forgot.
I can't.
Might possibly be a very good thing. That guy doesn't get a turn, but this guy does. He's going to move straight north 15 feet and take shots at you. Yeah, with everything in the way, you have 3/4 cover, sir.
Okay.
Which is a +5 to your armor class.
So that would make me 23.
which means both shots miss you.
Great.
Check something here. Yep, okay. Alright, Thea, it's now your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to use my bonus to disengage and move here. I'm going to go ahead and attack the guy there.
Ooh, if you hit, it's gonna be beautiful. You have advantage.
Ooh, yes, yes, yes.
Uh-huh.
Hurt him! A 19 is going to hit, which means it's an automatic crit. Alright,
Yep.
so that means that's a 16. And I use brutal,
Nice.
so 6 times 4. Oops, wrong button.
That would be 24.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Plus 11. Plus 16.
35.
51 points of damage.
Holy mackerel!
I figured out its weak spot. I just only needed to look at it briefly.
I imagine that you come running up towards him. I hear you, and as you come up, I just grab your arm and I hurl you up towards him, and your blade sinks into his throat. As you deal him 51 points of damage and kill him.
Nice!
Well, he's out of the way.
Now
Give me a
that's what I call teamwork.
Give me a
Yeah.
dexterity saving throw for your landing.
Alright.
You land. Describe the pose in which you land, because you stick the landing.
On his head.
She kind of uses her feet to, push herself against the beast's chest so that she can pull her sword out at the same time, and kind of does a backflip and lands on the ground on her feet nicely.
Like Black Widow hero pose.
No,
No.
just down nicely. Shakes the blood off her sword and poses ready for the next enemy.
Very nice.
More like an Obi-Wan pose.
As the body of the gorilla thing dissipates.
Poof.
Good job, Thea. That was beautiful. Speaking
Thanks
of,
for the assist.
Hey, you know what? That was amazing. As you take an inspiration point, because that was beautiful. Unfortunately, it is now someone else's turn. As this thing comes floating up behind you. She's out to touch you again. Getting a 10.
You've come to miss me again.
And she shrieks in outrage and fury.
What is her deal with you? I wonder.
I have a feeling she's jealous that I am alive and she is not.
I mean, that's a fair assumption.
Well, I do have to say that the gaze that she has upon you is pretty cold.
It
Yeah.
is indeed quite cold, hate-filled, bitter.
I don't think I've seen a colder look yet.
I imagine you would have seen a colder look if you'd looked at Adran's face and seen him looking at a scarecrow. Or that, or just him being, terrified, possibly, pants wet situation.
No, that's frightened, not cold.
Ah, true. True. Alright, where is the next person? Alright. She's going to stand up. Let's see, are any of us within range? No one is.
Ha!
So she ducks back down, taking total cover behind the walls of the tower. Alright. So here are 2 shots coming at you, sir, from the archer next to the ward rider. You get a 7 and a 9.
Seriously, what exactly do you do in the way of practice?
He just
Well-
kind of looks at his hands. He's like shaking because this enormous gorilla tank of a creature just suddenly got shredded by us in a few rounds. And he's just kind of like, I don't want to be this close to these people. They're terrifying.
Dao Zhang De Zhang Dojo Dai. Meaning
means-
you will bow to the mighty fever.
Alright, this creature's
And I'm
gonna-
imagining you're shaking the femur while you're saying it.
Yes, I am. It's in my other hand.
Speaking of, 2 more shots coming at you. You have half cover from, no, not half cover. You have 3/4 cover from these shots.
Alright. And
Which
they both
means-
miss.
Both of those miss. How sad.
Even if I
Terribly
didn't
sad.
have cover, they both missed.
That is kind of embarrassing.
Wow, these guys don't do that well in the rain.
That or they've never shot at living targets before.
I wonder how well they sing in the rain.
Oh, but bump splat.
I don't know, it would probably be pretty gargled.
Thea, you wounded that thing, right? Indicating the ghostly visage.
You've made damage on it a while ago.
Oh, right, I did. I forgot.
Yeah.
Alright, in that case, I'm going to move around you, since I still have my sword in hand. And because we are now flanking, excuse me, we have advantage.
Ooh.
So here comes my first attack. Ooh, gosh, that would have been a 9. That's gonna hit. Let me check something. Okay. Yep. So that becomes 4 damage, but since she's wounded, God, you lost the Slayer, if you please. Oh, bummer. 11, so that becomes 5 damage. That's rather disappointing. So here's my second attack. That hits for an additional 5. So
Not
10
bad.
points overall.
Not bad.
It's damage. It's damage on, it's, you know, I'm hurting it. Kind of, sort of, slowly.
Well, we're flanking it. We can tag team it.
Yeah. That's it. Exactly why I flanked it. I mean, it can't be any worse than, you know, what we were just facing.
Hopefully.
That huge thing. Alright. One shot for you, sir. From this one, I'm going to say half cover.
Yeah, that's about fair.
And then a shot for me, no cover for me. We get a 16 to hit you, sir. Which I imagine misses.
That misses.
And 18 is going to hit me. So, help me, gloves. I catch the arrow.
Yay!
Yes. Good
Like,
catch.
I'm stabbing this ghostly thing, turn around, catch the arrow without even looking, turn around, stab it again. Stop shooting at me! I'm busy! Think they'll listen?
Can't you see? I'm already dancing with someone. Wait your turn.
Yeah, exactly. Stop trying to cut in. Or actually considering the dance partner. Please! Please cut in!
But you dance with the ghost, not us.
Yes, precisely.
Seems as if the archer was getting straight to the point.
Sir, 2 shots for you, no cover.
Oh.
I get a 19 and a 6
19 will definitely hit me. I'll take
For
the
six.
6.
for 6 damage. Scrolling. Come on. Work with me, not against me. Curse you, system. And yes, it's his system's fault. The Ward Rider is going to drop his longbow since you're within, 5 feet of him, and pull out his own short sword. Short sword. I speak English. I do. Get a 14 and a 22,
22 will hit me.
and that means he gets his martial advantage. Ignore the attack roll. So that 5 becomes 14 points of damage. Unless you want to cast shield, sir.
Nope. I took it.
All right, and then he's going to have his warg disengage. So no attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
And
Well-
get out of the way of the oncoming people from the south.
Well, that's all right with him because my sword isn't in my hand, and I dropped my dagger over by where the ghost is.
Which means he also left his longbow behind.
Huh.
Kind of funny, but
Right.
I guess he didn't care too much about his longbow.
And,
That or it's a weird temper tantrum for taking damage.
I mean, look how badly he's wounded. He's bloodied.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, where's this guy? Adran, it is now your turn, sir.
Well, since there's nobody around me to give me any kind of attack of opportunity, I'm actually going to move a little north.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. About here. And while I'm doing that, I have now equipped my shield,
Which is an action.
which is an action. Where's my shield? There it is. Thank you. And I have also taken my bonus action and summoned my sword to me.
Nice.
So that way I am ready to go and prepared for anything.
Your armor class is now a very high 21. So you only move 25 feet.
I know. I'm
Okay.
wondering where else I should go. 5, 10, 15, 20.
You can put your back at one of the trees, that way they're not able to surround you on all sides.
There's that.
I could, but I'm...
Or you could get up close to that warg rider again.
Yeah. I'm now very, very close to him.
Nice. Alright.
Because I don't necessarily want to kill the warg. I want to kill the rider so then I can mount the warg.
Assuming it lets you.
Assuming.
This guy is going to 10, or sorry, yeah, 10. Come on. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There we go. Does he have line of sight on you, Thea? Yes. Not on. Well, he has line of sight, but it's blocked. Alright.
He needs to hit one of these guys.
Alright, this guy's going to send one shot at you, Thea, and one shot at me. That's my
Okay.
turn.
Do I have partial cover from the tree?
Let me check. Back. I'll call that half cover. There's probably branches that are pretty low. I mean, it is
Okay.
a tree close to the water, so sure.
And that adds a plus what?
+2 for
Plus 2? Okay.
half
Thank
cover,
you.
excuse me. Yep. So first shot's for you at 15.
You said a 15?
Yes.
That misses.
Okay. Second shot's for me, but I already used my wait. Yeah, I have already used my reaction, haven't I?
Yeah.
She caught the an arrow.
And I have a sword in my other hand, so I can't catch 2 arrows. And I only have 1 reaction anyway, so I take 3 damage. Ow! Thea, I believe it is now your turn.
I think somebody poked you.
Say what, sorry?
I said, I think somebody poked you hard.
Someone poked me light. Thea, it is now your turn. If you attack with melee against the creature between us, you have advantage because we are flanking.
Which means I also get sneak attack. Ah ha ha ha.
Go.
There's that.
Wow, that is gonna hit
Mm-hmm.
for 24 damage.
Nice.
And you are wielding a magic sword, are you not?
Yeah.
She is.
Which means you see that your sword definitely hit a lot harder than mine did. Nice. Anything else from you?
No, I'll stay in position.
Very well. In which case, it is the creature's turn. Alright. I am gonna... let's see. Alright, I'm gonna have to make this visible, so give me 1 second. There. Which means everyone in that circle, I need a wisdom saving throw from.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
That's you, Thea. That is, let me check. That is 1 success. Adran, from you, sir?
I'm shaking the dice in my hand.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
A nat 20 is a success.
Nice.
Oh man.
Wisdom saving throw for the Board Rider. That's a fail. Let's do that. And then the Warg, wisdom saving throw, fails.
Yeah.
So that one. And then the 2 archers next to the wall. 1 success, 1 fail. The one who has a more direct line of sight fails.
Okay.
Then those 2 are, yeah, 2 more archers. The one's not next to the wall. They both succeed. That one. That's a fail.
Ouch.
Wait, no, she's stuck behind cover, so she has total cover, so she's not seeing. Okay, never mind. She does not need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, scratch that.
So scratch that one. This guy needs to make a wisdom saving throw. That succeeds.
Yeah.
Oops, character sheet's all shrunk up on me. Come on, there we go. Wisdom saving throw. That's a fail.
Ouch.
Quite. There we go. That one. And then the elephant needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Go elephant.
The elephant fails. Its
Oh
saving
no. Poor elephant.
throw. Alright, I believe that's everyone except myself. And I get advantage on the saving throw. Oh, thank goodness, I succeed.
Hey!
Alright.
Alright, so what did we just save ourselves from?
Everyone who failed is now frightened of this creature as she uses her horrifying visage. Saving throw will be frightened for 1 minute. Frightened target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, with disadvantage if the creature is within line of sight, ending the effect on a success. Those who succeeded are immune to the horrifying visage for the next 24 hours.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Double checking something. And she is going to move up, but not out of our reach. So she doesn't trigger attacks of opportunity, but we are no longer flanking her.
Oh, well.
Clever girl. But bump. And okay, that ward gets to repeat its wisdom saving throw. It fails. It is still frightened.
Yay!
Frightened condition. I need to look that up.
You
Disadvantage
can't.
on ability checks and attack rolls. Cannot willingly move closer to the source.
Yeah. As long as it's in sight.
So that means that ward can't move any closer to the creature, but I don't think it was going to anyways.
But if it attacks Adran, it has to do so at advantage because it can still see the ghosty.
Yep. Lucky news for you, sir. Alright, this guy gets to remake his saving throw. And fails.
Nice.
The elephant. Nat 20 succeeds the saving throw.
Wow.
And is no longer frightened.
That's good and sad at the same time because, like, it could have just been like, I'm frightened, so I run away.
Right?
Good.
Alright. The lady hobgoblin in the tower stands back up. Let's see.
Do you have half cover though?
Hang on. Oh yeah. Here comes for you, sir. I get a 21 to hit you.
And since my armor class is 21, does that mean it hits?
That means it
Yeah.
hits.
I'll use a shield spell slot.
A bolt of glowing energy bursts from her hand and slams against your shield. The energy is conflicting in a riotous cacophony of noise, and your shield holds.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, that would have been 15 radiant damage, and the next attack against you would have been made with advantage.
Yeah. Man.
Good call on blocking that.
Yeah, I didn't want to get hit again.
Alright, so this guy is attacking with disadvantage at me.
Man. Would love it if my armor class was a 26. That would be nice.
And that doesn't work. Okay. Alright, so that means a critical hit becomes a 13. That misses. Come on. And a 17 becomes a 13. And then he gets to make a wisdom saving throw. He fails. He is still frightened.
Still frightened.
I'm so scared!
Why did it have to do that? I didn't want to see that.
Let's see. Does he have line of sight on anyone? He does have line of sight on you, Adran. You have no cover from these next two shots, but your shield is still active.
Yeah.
I get a 9 and a 12. That wouldn't have hit you at all.
Seriously, is your grandmother around? Maybe she can fight for you.
Oh jeez, you're not gonna make me almost spit my bourbon out this time. And then this guy's gonna dash up. And you do have half cover, or 3/4 cover from these shots, sir. As well as your shield. So this is probably not gonna hit you at all.
No, they're not.
Nope. What? Okay, your armor class is 21, and then you have shield, which is +5, so 26, and plus 3/4 cover is, oh my goodness, 31 armor class.
31.
That's nice.
That is amazing. All right, so this creature is now 5 feet in front of me and up in the air. Interesting. I no longer have advantage on attacking her. I'm gonna put the arrow that I caught back in my own quiver. I mean, why not?
Right.
And I'm going to stab up at her at normal.
Stab like the mighty elephant.
A 21 and a 23
That's nice.
for 10 and 7 plus Colossus Slayer. Oh my goodness. Full damage on the Colossus Slayer.
You're welcome.
So that is 15 and 10, 25 points of damage. That becomes 12.
Blech.
This thing is so hard to hurt. This guy, is he frightened? He is not frightened, so he can move. Alright, he's gonna take a shot at you and then at me, Thea.
Okay.
I get a 20 for you, Thea, and a nat 1 for me.
Okay, that hits.
For 5, do you want to use your uncanny dodge?
Yeah, I'll uncanny it.
That becomes 2.
Kadoki?
This guy is frightened, so he's going to shoot at me with disadvantage. That becomes a 10, missing. And then shot at you, Thea, with disadvantage. You cannot move anywhere. So that becomes a 7 instead of a 12.
Oh. Well, yeah.
You win some, you miss some. Or miss a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is this guy? Oh. Alright, so he is going to attack you at disadvantage, Adran. The one right in front of you.
And
So first attack, disadvantage. A nat 1 against an armor class of 31. And then a second attack at you with disadvantage, a 13.
And is he still frightened?
He is, let's find out. He is no longer frightened.
Oh, too bad for him. I mean, good for him.
Ow, my back. Let's see here. Alright. Cannot see. And is that as far as I can move? Let's check speed. Yes. And he is going to use his action to aim this at me. I need to make a dexterity saving throw as a bolt of fiery, radiant fire descends at me. Dexterity saving throw. I fail and I take 8 radiant damage.
Oh,
Ouch!
Oh.
I was not expecting this!
Hot, 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 hot.
Hot, hot, ow, 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 ow. Oh, and then he's going to have the elephant dash. Say hi, Adran.
That's a little
Second.
close. Baron, you still have a little flame on your shoulder there.
I know! I can't reach it! I might have to take a swim. Adran, it is now your turn. Shield is no longer active.
Yep. Bye-bye, shield. Thanks for saving my butt.
What would you like to do, sir?
This is so hard. I'm not sure what I want to do. Too many options. I'm just going to move another 5 feet closer in there and attack the rider.
All right. You are within the enemy creature space, actually, so you cannot move there.
Oh, I cannot.
Nope. You're in the ward space.
Oh, okay, then I guess I'll have to stay right here then and not move forward.
You can still attack the rider though.
Okay. So, I guess I was being a little more literal.
Overzealous?
Could be. Alright, so I'm attacking him with my silver sword.
Go for it. 12 is a glancing blow.
Yeah. Nuts.
Dealing 4 damage. He's alive, but barely.
I'm still going to attack him again with my silver sword.
Color me shocked.
Stab like the mighty elephant!
That's gonna hit.
That was pretty cool.
For 8 damage, where do you strike that kills this hobgoblin?
I strike him right in the side,
Nice.
totally piercing his liver,
Ouch.
if he even has one.
Oh, I'm not sure. How's your anatomy on hobgoblins?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he now has liver damage.
But shh.
Whether he really does or not, Adran is certain that the hobgoblin does.
One way or another.
Now, I wish I had action surge again so that I can mount the ward.
Unfortunately for you, you do not.
I know.
That'll be okay. There's next turn.
Precisely. Alright. This guy's gonna move over here. He's not frightened. So he's gonna take a shot at me and then at you, Thea.
Good luck.
You will have half cover from your shot. I get a 9 against me and an 18 against you.
That hits.
Ooh. Alright, yeah, you've already used your uncanny dodge, haven't you?
Yep.
Alright, that's 8 damage for you.
Alrighty.
Alright, Thea, it is now your turn.
Alright, let's see if we can get her done and
Alright,
out
you
of here.
do not have advantage on the attack.
But she's next to you, so I still get sneak attack.
That is true. If you hit.
So.
Can you hit? Can you hit? A crit!
Bye, Felicia.
Oh, that's so sad. 24 plus 16 plus
Oh gosh.
76. That's 53 points of damage. It's really sad. She was going to do something next turn.
Oh.
It's alright.
I imagine that you just time yourself, lean down and jump up and just cut this thing in two.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you have that magic sword.
And then it
Yeah.
just moves away like fabric. And...
Can I put my sword away as part of my attack action?
It's your interaction. So yes, but you cannot pull out your longbow at the same time unless you want to use your fast hands ability.
No, I'm gonna use my bonus to stealth.
Nice.
And then
You vanish into the grass.
here.
Fair enough.
Wait a second. There are 2 people that vanished.
Yep.
Excellent stealth. Very good. Got tired of being peppered by all those arrows, eh?
Yep.
Which means this ward is no longer being controlled and is no longer frightened. And there's what looks like a meal right next to him. I get a 12 against your armor class, Adran.
Ting. Well, I'm sorry. Were you trying to lick my shield or bite it?
You see a fragment of a fang go flying away. You apparently chipped its tooth.
Whoops. And I'm trying to make nice with this thing.
This guy's also no longer frightened. He's
No
going-
one is frightened. Ah ha ha ha.
Right? You're
Side
not
effect.
frightened. And you're not frightened. This guy is
And
going...
you also are not frightened either.
The other hobgoblin on the back of the elephant pushes around, leans down, and thrusts what appears to be a very long pointed branch at you, Adran.
Or is it a very long spear?
It's a lance.
It is pretty, yeah, it's a lance. It's pretty much a long spear. I get a 10 and a 6 against your armor class. It's apparent that he's not...
Are you trying to draw something in the mud?
It's apparent that he's not terribly practiced with this weapon.
He's-
In fact, you can see signs even as it thrusts at you. It looks like it was recently carved.
I'm just imagining it looks kind of like he's inadequately knighting you.
He-
It looks
Well,
like he's compensating for something.
Oh, you say that in Goblin?
That was a low blow.
That was a low blow. Was that in Goblin?
Yes.
You
You
see
want me?
his
You want me to say it in Goblin?
his face gets very red and angry.
Pastutan doshko.
Nice. And then the lady stands up.
Oh, your turn.
Yeah. Okay, 1 second.
Have you met my shield?
Adran, I need a dexterity saving throw from you, please.
Okay.
That's the incorrect DC, but go ahead and make your saving throw.
Oh, I never rolled.
Understood. The information came up incorrect on the screen.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
That is a fail. You take 13 radiant damage
Ouch.
as a pillar of glowing fire strikes down upon you.
Rude.
Ouch. Ow. Whoa, ho, ho. Ow, 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 ow.
Give me 1 second.
Not cool.
And then a chain appears next to you.
Oh, it's your
not
old friend, the
cool.
flailing chain.
Where is it? Right.
And if you don't love me now, then you'll never love me again.
Oh, bummer. That could have hit. I get a 9 to hit you.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Ding. Oh, thank you, shield.
But you still did take that 13 radiant damage, which I'm sure is smart.
I feel a little fried.
And then she ducks back down out of sight.
Coward.
Well, actually, I probably would do that if I had that option. I mean, really. Portable hiding place?
I'm wondering if maybe I should use the staff of paralysis on the elephant and make him fall over on top of you.
He'd have to roll on his back.
There is that.
Yeah.
Alright, this guy is going to take 2 shots at me. No longer at disadvantage. 17 and 13. I don't think I've used my reaction yet, have I?
Nope, not yet.
No.
Because we're at the top of the order.
Right, so I'm going to try and catch that arrow, because I don't want to get hit.
That's fair.
I catch that arrow, and I now have an arrow in hand.
Nice catch.
I approve. And then this guy's going to ride up. And he's also going to take 2 shots at me, because he doesn't know where you went, Thía. Ow, I take 6 damage. I caught 1 arrow and I cannot grab the other. So that's 6 damage. Where's this guy? And this guy's going to take 2 shots at you, Adran. You no longer have cover.
Better than my grandmother.
Sorry?
I said, I hope he shoots better than his grandmother.
I get an 18 and a 15 against you.
I still am at a armor class 21, so nah.
But his shots are getting closer. What, Thea?
So that answer was no, he doesn't shoot better than his grandma.
No.
Apparently not. Okay, it is now my turn. I'm getting kind of hurt down here. And let's see.
Yeah, are you going to be taking like a hack and leaf brew, get some health on you?
Let me see. No, I'm going to. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and drop my short sword. Come back over here, grab up my longbow. I have an arrow in hand. So I'm going to shoot at one of those hobgoblin archers. That hits.
Nice.
And then I'm going to shoot him again. Same guy. Oh gosh.
Oh,
That hits.
nice.
And he's also going to take Colossus Slayer.
Yes.
That is 28 points of damage.
Yeah.
So that guy near the elephant dies. Let's see, I moved 10 feet. You just kind of hear me whisper. And I'm done dealing with these posers as I take off through the vegetation.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm tired of getting hit.
I don't blame you.
Alright. This guy is... And I'm also wary of casting any spells on myself right now. Because apparently someone can cancel magic, which is not cool.
Not at all.
This guy is going to dash. Grab onto the saddle on this warg.
Oh, you better not.
Of course he is. Which below the warg let him.
Spend half his movement and climb onto the saddle. And then have the warg disengage. Leaving the dead rider behind. What?
I said he was mine.
He hadn't claimed him yet.
There is that fair point.
You were supposed to lick the warg so that no one else could. That's how you claim things, right?
Apparently. Alright, he's gonna take shots at me, but I have... Let's see. What would you call that? Half cover? 3/4? 3/4.
Yeah, because he's having to go around the tree base.
Pretty much. Which turns my armor class of 17 into 22, which means only one of those shots is actually going to hit for 3 damage. I'll catch it, hopefully. I catch it. I take no damage, and now I have an extra arrow. Thank you. Adran, I need another dexterity saving throw, please.
Hopefully I get it.
You meet the saving throw and just barely dodge aside in time.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
Yikes.
Alright, Adran, it is now your turn.
Oh gosh, there's so many things that I really want to do right now, and one of them is I want to knock this guy out of the saddle of the elephant.
Alright. Give me a wisdom saving throw. Alright, I assume you're attacking him with something.
Yes, I'm planning on using the Staff of Paralysis on him.
Oh, okay, then never mind. Let me check something.
I just have to see him.
I am still going to call for a wisdom saving throw, because
Okay.
I am going to call this a harmful spell effect.
Okay. Here we go. Dang it.
It's odd. You just can't quite see him clearly enough. You feel like you have to target someone else or waste the attack, or sorry, the cast, whatever you want to call it.
Oh,
I'm gonna use it on
sanctuary
the
on him.
elephant.
You're gonna use it on the elephant?
Yeah.
I need
Oh,
a wisdom
boy.
saving throw from you, sir.
There we go. Come on. Oh.
It's almost like it's even harder to hit the elephant with the paralysis than the rider.
Well,
feel
to
like you
be
have to
fair,
target
does he
someone
really
else.
want to hurt the elephant?
Yeah, I mean, why would you want to hurt such a friendly elephant that wants to kill you?
Fine. I'll see if I can use it on one of those archers.
Alright. No wisdom saving throw this time. That archer is gonna have to make a constitution saving throw against... I almost hit charisma.
Actually,
DC
I take
15.
it back. I take
What?
it back. I want to hit the Warg Rider right behind me.
Oh, well, same... Well, it's an archer. He fails.
He fails?
He fails.
Oh,
The
great.
rider is now paralyzed.
Yes!
Wrong button. Paralysis. Alright, that was your action. Anything else you want to do, sir?
Yes, I would like to move up over here.
Alright, that will trigger an attack of opportunity.
By the elephant?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Let's see. Gore or Stomp? I'll go with Gore.
Oh,
An
yes.
18.
I'm at a 21, so no chance.
You feel the tusk of the elephant strike your shield, and it actually helps you soar over the ground.
Oh, thanks for the lift.
Anything else from you, sir?
Well, no, since I used my Staff of Paralysis, I don't have any more attacks.
Nope.
I believe I've used the staff that many times already.
How many times have you used it?
3.
Total?
3, yeah.
Yeah, twice on the monkey and once on the archer.
I might warn you about the what happens if you use all the charges.
Oh, I read.
Okay.
On the very last one, if I don't roll, like a d20 or something, it ends up turning into a pile of ash.
If you expend its last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, it crumbles into ash and is destroyed.
Yeah.
So the ward of the rider that you just paralyzed is no longer under control. Except his own. So he bites at you.
Oh boy.
I get a crit.
Ow.
Yeah.
I need a strength saving throw as you take 22 piercing damage.
Ouch. Strength saving throw.
You are knocked prone.
Oh.
You would
And he
definitely
hits
were
me
not
with
expecting
what?
that.
22?
Say what?
He hits me with what? 22?
22 piercing damage, yes.
Oh gosh.
As you are knocked, prone.
Dang, that puts me at 10.
That was a pretty gnarly hit from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, jeez.
On the plus side, attacking you now has with ranged attacks now means disadvantage.
Yeah.
So he won't attack you if he has good line of sight on me. He does not have good line of sight on me, but I'm going to call that a quarter cover, so I get +2 to my armor class. 16 and a 14. Both of those miss.
Whew.
Thea, you are very well hidden.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
So I'm going to attack the Warg Rider over here.
All right.
Uh, so I'll pull out my bow.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, yes, that is brutal. That is 30 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
Your arrow hits him square in the chest and rips him completely out of the saddle. As he falls prone and dead.
And then I'll stop.
You are very well hidden again.
And move.
Now I will point out, it is heavy rain. You don't have to hide in the grass.
That's true.
The rain itself can hide you.
So that's 10. So if I was here, I think it was. Or was I? I think it was here, actually.
No,
I can't
think
remember.
No, you were here.
I was here. Okay, so I was here.
Mhm.
So that's 10, 20,
25.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
Nice. Your passive perception is a 13, right?
14.
Ah. You hear voices inside this palisade. You're not sure what they're saying, because you don't speak the language. But it's apparent to you that there are more people inside.
Of course.
I assume you don't warn anyone because you don't want to reveal your presence.
That is true.
And speaking up would definitely reveal your presence.
I might after my next attack, though.
Fair enough. This warg is no longer under control. But he knows where someone is, so... 10, 20, 30, 35, 40. And he has to make a dexterity saving throw. With a nat 20, he succeeds. And he's gonna dash. And has to make another dexterity saving throw. Two of them, actually. Well, that's one fail. Adran, will you roll me 1d10, please?
10.
He takes 3 piercing damage from coming into contact with the brush.
Which means he's damaged.
He
Ah
is
ha ha ha.
damaged. Unfortunately, I left my sword behind. And he's also now within melee. He's going to remain where he is, but he cannot duck down because all that space is being taken up currently. Elfin doesn't get a turn. Let's see here. What was your... Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, nothing good to use in that regard. You are prone, correct, Adran?
Yes.
Alright, I need from you, that I believe means that you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yes. I
Prone.
believe.
No. I mean,
No?
you do not have disadvantage. Please
Is
give
he
me
technically grappled, though?
sorry?
Is he grappled?
Nobody's
Nope, just
holding on to
prone.
me.
Just prone? Okay.
Just prone.
It's prone.
I need a dexterity saving throw from you, sir.
Oh, please roll much better.
And that's not the correct saving throw. What's going on here?
It's almost like it's rolling what the DC for it is. Because it's different every time.
Well, no, it's different casters using the same spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Somehow it doesn't roll well for me.
Well, this time you're only going to take 2 radiant damage.
2.
2.
Yeah.
Where? Huh. Okay. And then
At this point, jeez.
say what?
I said it doesn't matter at this point. I'm probably, most likely, going to have to use like a hack and leaf brew or a heart stand.
Probably a good thing we spent so many times looking for those things then.
Yep.
And then, okay. The chain is going to move right there.
Oh, of course it is.
Hi.
And you're prone, so that means with advantage. I get a 25 and a 15.
Come on.
So,
Shields up.
alright. Then you do not take the damage.
Uh,
And then the lady is going to duck back down into total cover. Wow, it's only round 7.
Yeah.
It's going pretty quick, actually. Alright, where's this guy? He is paralyzed,
haha.
so he has to make a constitution saving throw, not a wisdom. Yeah, he fails. He's still paralyzed.
Ha 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 ha.
Let's see.
That's my ward.
What'd you say?
That's
I actually have no idea what you said.
He's
I was
claimed-
already staking claim to the ward.
Oh, gotcha. You're
That's
prone.
me.
You're prone being slammed at by a spectral chain, battered by or burnt by all this radiant energy, and you're just like complaining to the paralyzed hobgoblin. That's my war.
Hey,
I'm going to do something a
I
little
had-
risky.
stay a little optimism here, you know.
I'm going to trigger an attack of opportunity from this ward. It misses. Ha! Because my armor class is 17.
Yeah.
And I'm going to rush right through everything up to here. And I'm going to target that hobgoblin that you're teasing there, Adran.
Alright.
You know what? He's paralyzed. I'm going to target the warg that was trying to bite me. And I'm going to use one of the arrows I have. Oh, goodness. 20 and
And
15
he's-
to hit, both hits, for 23 and Colossus Slayer. 24 points of damage,
Still 24 points of damage.
which was 1 point more than the warg had.
Yay! No more
That is
war.
one warg dead. Adran, you just hear me. You hear Adran's familiar, annoyed voice. I said, I'm all done.
It's like, please keep at least one ward around here. I want to be able to mount something.
There is at least one warg left.
There's 2. And one of them is carrying a rider who's going to take shots at me. Ooh, 19 and 23. Both are going to hit. I'm going to try and catch that 19 because it's going to hit for more. 6 damage. I catch the arrow. Haha. And then I take 5 damage. Ow!
You're supposed to catch it in your hand, not catch it in your arm.
I did catch one in my hand. Let's see, how far did he move? Only 30? So, 40. And then way off the map. Or not really off the map, just further away. Okay. Where is that guy? Cannot move through there, and the ride he was about to go take is now dead. Thanks to me.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna dash up to here. And that's it for his turn. Alright, Adran, I need another dexterity saving throw, sir.
Yeah. This is gonna hurt.
Who's laughing now? The hobgoblin yells down at you. That is a success, and you twist aside before the pillar of flame can hit you in the face.
Oof. Oh, you think I'd learn by now?
Adran, it is now your turn.
Oh,
You are
right.
fairly low on health, sir.
Very, very, very low on health. Okay, well, I'm gonna use one of my Hack and Leaf brew.
Probably a good call.
And let's see, where is that?
I do not know.
Oh, well. I can always just pull up the dice thing again. Go down to advance. It is 8d4 plus 8, I believe.
You know what we totally forgot to do is eat garlic beans.
Yeah. Oh well.
I do believe I have that set up correctly for the Hack and Leaf brew.
Let's find out.
It was 8d4 plus 8.
You are correct.
Okay, so I get 32 hit points recovered.
Very nice. You can also use your bonus action to second wind.
Yes, I can. And
So let's
I
see
will.
what your health is at after the 32.
Let's see. This would bring me up to 40.
Correct.
And then if I use my bonus action, second wind. Oh, second wind, where are you? You're right here. An extra 12.
Nice.
Nice.
Which brings you up to 52.
Thanks.
Very nice. Would you like to attempt to move anywhere, sir?
Well, I know half my movement speed is going to go to me trying to get up.
Correct.
That and all of the potential attack of opportunities.
And that too. Because you already
which-
used your action to drink a potion.
Which is basically going to lead me to where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
If you try and move away from all this, you will only get 20 feet, and you will incur 2 attacks of opportunity.
Oh, which is why I just said I'd just stay right here.
Fair enough. All right. And it is now the warg's turn, because his rider is still paralyzed. He's gonna bite at you.
Why am I
And
not
it's a
surprised?
15.
Nice teeth.
As a fang goes flying away after clanging off your shield. This guy's going to move up and take 2 shots at you, sir.
Oh boy.
I get a 17 and a 21.
Shield.
I love how you make that a question. Alright, Thea, it's
Didn't
now
do
your
that,
turn.
but-
And after this, we will call it for the night. So, Thea, what do you want to do?
Let's attack this guy to see if I can get him out of the way for Adran.
You are
Thank
hidden
you.
from him. You have advantage
So-
on the shot.
So let's do that.
Wow! Crit again!
Nice.
What is with the crits you are getting tonight?
I wish I could roll like that.
Hot dice. Hot dice. You deal 49 points of damage. What part of his anatomy does this arrow just rip through that it kills him in that single shot?
Well, he's facing Adran, so it just like goes through the back of his neck, out the front of his throat.
Oh, that's interesting. Where'd you go? There we go. Alright,
And
did
then
you move?
I'm
warn
going
us,
to hide. I'm gonna warn you guys, and then hide. Sorry, I forgot to take it off of advantage.
That's okay. You would have been very well hidden in either regard. And you still have one strider on you, so you are in normal terrain. So you have
Yeah,
45
so
feet of movement.
before I hide, I'll be like, more behind the wall. And then move.
Aren't you glad
I
it's heavy?
I do have to make mention though that when the arrow goes through his throat
Yeah.
in killing the hobgoblin, I also noticed too the Adam's apple is stuck to the very tip of the arrow.
Schwunk. And were you going to move somewhere, Thea?
Yep, I'm moving there.
Perfect. Okay.
I'm glad she's on our side.
Imagine if she weren't.
Oh god.
Alright, in that case, he can't get anywhere. He doesn't get turns. Alright, this will be the... We'll top it off at the top of the round, basically. As this creature stands up, I'm going to use a bonus action to attack you, sir. With the chain. I get a 20 versus your... What is your current armor class right now?
I believe a 26 because I used a shield on somebody else who tried to attack me.
Ah, gotcha. Alright, and then for action... A nat 1. A sizzling bolt of radiant energy goes flying over my head and strikes the tree, burning a 5-point damage hole into it, and the entire tree glows for a while. And Varin just kind of
Wow.
says, "Whoa!"
Wow.
as she ducks back down into total cover. Alright, that is... We are back at the top of the round. We are currently 8 rounds in. We're going to call it for the night.
Somebody needs to take that tower down.
Thank you, fellow adventurers, for joining us once more. Please comment below to vote on what monsters you want to see Adran, Thea, and Varin take on next. You can vote for more than one kind at a time. The Allosaurus, the Ankheg, the Constrictor snake, the deer, the giant poisonous snake, the Griffon, the hawk, the hyena, the panther, or the Pteranodon. Thank you for watching, and I hope we'll see you again next week.